Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Just thought I'd give you guys a bit of an update as to what's been happening with the KE30. To be honest, not much has been happening. So last time you saw it, the engine went in and that was supposed to be in for good. Well, that wasn't kind of the case. I ended up pulling it back out. I wasn't real happy with the way the transmission mount was sitting. The transmission pan was actually fouling on the body. So I pulled it all back out, I've redone the mount. While the engine's out, I'm going to run the fuel lines and the brake lines under the floor. So I know where I need to pop them up the firewall now. So while the motor and everything's out, I'm going to run that. That's just going to make life a bit easier too. So yeah, that's basically where the car's sitting now. So it's back to pretty much a rolling chassis at the moment. I did get a little bit distracted. I've done a little bit of work to my camper van. I sort of rupture coated the front, peeled all the old vinyl off. That was all shrunk and there was water leaking in through the front boot. So I've done that, sort of tidied up the sides. Yeah, that's pretty much that done. I do have another car coming. It's not so much a build or a project. It's more I'm going to be fitting accessories to it. So it's a brand new car. It's going to be my wife's daily driver. So we've got a whole bunch of accessories and whatnot to fit to that when that turns up. So I think that's about a month away. We've been waiting like 11 months so far for it. So it's getting close. So I'm pretty excited about that one. Yeah, anyway, so today we'll get into the Corolla and see how far we get. It's bloody hot in here. It's 30 degrees. It's 9 AM in the morning. So I'll see how far I get. All right, so I had my brand new master cylinder turn up. I've got that mounted now. So what I've actually done is the standard KE30 master, it had the rear reservoir, but then the front reservoir was actually a remote mount which sat behind the strut tower. So I've welded up all those holes. That's all sort of smoothed off. So what I've done, I've actually pulled the reservoir off the old master, and I've used two reservoirs now instead of having the big ugly remote one and the rubber hose. Yeah, so that's in. I've run so the front brake lines are all done now. That all sort of turned out pretty neat. Just tucked in nice and tight there. So when you look at it from the front, yeah, it's all nice and neat. Got the passenger side that runs across the cross member. I think you've already seen this anyway. Driver side one's all done into the braided line into the caliper. So yeah, the next step now, I need to run the rear line. So I'll get stuck into that. Just slid the lines in. I've got them all mounted up now. It was a bit awkward to film, but they're in there. Give you a quick look at them. Nothing fancy. Alright, so this is a view from the front. So I've just got everything poking up through the tunnel now. I've just spent a bit of time mucking around. I've got to mount this little valve that goes into the rear line. This little guy. So what I'm thinking of doing, I've just cut the brake line short here. So he'll come in there, and I think I'll mount him to the firewall just down there. That should keep everything nice and neat, and try and keep all the junk over in this corner. So when you sort of look at the bay, it's all sort of in one area. Right, I'll drill some holes and get it mounted up. Alright, so I've just drilled that out, just chucked the riv nut in there. I'll get all that mounted up now and finish her off. So made a bit of progress now. All the brake lines are done all the way back to the diff now, so I'm happy with that. So I've just done that other line. I've got that valve mounted down here now with the other two lines. So that's a fuel line, and then that's your fuel breather. So that gets mounted to the steering box like that. I've just got to give that a bit of a tidy up. The actual fuel line, I think I'm going to give that a bit of a trim here, and I might actually mount the fuel filter down in this area, just try and keep everything sort of as hidden as much as possible. So yeah, but anyway, I'm going to do that at a bit of a later date. So yeah, next step, I've got some wheel cylinders here. So I've just got to do the rear now. Basically just the the rear wheel cylinders need to be replaced. The shoes and that are okay. If I do the wheel cylinders, got to make one brake line for the back of the diff, and that's it. Brakes are done. So yeah, it's good news. Then I can start moving forward, get this motor back in, and yeah, it'll actually look like a bit more of a car again. All right guys, I'm gonna call it quits today. It's bloody hot here, I'm exhausted. I know I didn't get a great deal done, but it was more of a video just to give you guys a bit of an update as to where I'm at. Not a lot's happening, but things are happening. So hopefully once I can move past this point, we can get the motor back in, and then we can yeah, move on to some electrical work, and then I can start on the interior. So be a fair bit of content coming then. Yeah, anyway, thanks for watching guys. I'm gonna go inside in the aircon and enjoy this beverage. Cheers.